Welcome to the Notary Educators with Kimmi Podcast. Hosts Kimmi and Jeff Nunnally, along with Alexis Franklin, share expert insights to help you launch and grow a successful mobile notary business no matter what state you are commissioned in. Learn how to become a top-notch loan signing agent and get answers to common notary questions. Explore our all-inclusive $47 monthly training library, plus live weekly online coaching sessions with courses on general notary work, wedding efficient services, remote online notary, ink fingerprinting, apostille, translation services, and I-9 completion. Notary Educators, LLC is your one-stop shop for notary training. Tune in to the Notary Educators with Kimmi podcast and subscribe to the Notary Educators with Kimmi's YouTube channel also for more tips. Take your notary business to new heights.
I'm Notary Educator. What's up? What's up? We're getting some things done over here. I just told my people we got to quit walking in silence. Everybody needs to know what they're doing. But I am here today just to share a little tip with you. And I want to say hey to those who will listen to the replay on the podcast, those who will watch the replay, and just say, hey, welcome, welcome. What's going on? So y'all know we got to give YouTube a few minutes to do what it does, to notify people I am live. Hey people, today we are talking about what to do when the client wants to change their appointment. Yes, and what if you need to change the appointment? Sometimes we got stuff going on, right? I want to talk about that because I'm finding sometimes people will take an assignment and not a TBD. We're going to talk about a TBD. If you don't know what that is, I'm going to share some insight with you. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about when someone has an appointment scheduled and then you're like, that don't work for me. I got to do something different. So let's talk about that a little bit today. Hey, Sugaroni, how are you? Hey, Maria. How's it going? Yeah, let's talk about that just a little bit. You guys are so cool already with the thumbs up. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So yeah, let's talk about that a little bit. Have you ever taken an assignment, and the client calls you and say, hey, that time doesn't work for me. That time doesn't work for me. You're like, okay, should you just change the assignment without letting the signing company know? What should you do? Let me know. Should you just change it? Let's say, put a 1 in the chat if it's good to go. You can change it, do whatever you want to do, or 0. Hey, Lisa, what's going on? Let me know. Thanks for being my witness yesterday, too. I appreciate it. Let me know. Should you just change the appointment time because your client wants to change it? 1 for yes or 0 for no. Let me know. Which one should you do? Which one should you do? Just change it? Or do we need to get permission? Yes, Sugaroni is right. We're going to let the signing company know. We're going to let them know. Yeah, Lisa said the same thing. I know Lisa knew. Yes, very good. We are not going to just change the appointment, though. We have to let them know. Thank you, Sugaroni. I knew what you meant. Yeah, we have to let the signing company know because they're the ones that hired us, right? So we cannot just go around changing appointments saying, well, it's supposed to be at 10 and I'm going to go ahead and make it for 2. Some reasons why we don't want to just do that. Anybody give me a reason, just one reason why we wouldn't want to just change an appointment time? There are many of them. I'm going to go over a couple. But why would we not want to just change the appointment time? Anybody want to give me one reason? I'll wait for you. One reason why you don't want to just change the appointment time. We need to let the signing company know. Okay? Anything really quick? I know it takes you a second to type. Let's see. Going once. Going twice. Okay. I'm going to tell you, then I can still read your answers. So the main reason we don't want to change it, though, is because that signing is dependent upon us, right? For example, a property is being sold at 2 o'clock over whatever state. Let's just say 2 o'clock. It could be the same state, actually. So the signing is supposed to take place at 2. Yeah, the client needs to know. The client needs to know too. They're the ones changing it, but we got to make sure the signing company knows. But the main reason you don't want to change an appointment without permission is because they're probably waiting on those documents. So let's say someone is selling a property. The schedule signing is supposed to be at 2 o'clock with you. You and the client have decided, you know what, let's do it at 4 o'clock. Well, the people on the other side, the buyers that are waiting for those documents, are going to have a problem because they thought it was signed. And a lot of times they're waiting on the scan backs. If you're not sure what a scan back is, that's when you have to scan back typically the whole package. Now, there have been times when I've seen that they only want a few of the documents out of, say, a 150-page package. They only want maybe 4 of the main documents back. But typically they want the whole package scanned back because they're checking the notary's work to make sure it's done correctly. Okay, so if you decide, you know what, I'm gonna do the signing a little bit later, that throws off the whole moving of the property, the whole moving of the money. Maybe they're waiting to get cash back. It could be any reason why, okay? And again, we don't get to make that choice. The signing company tells us. Even the signer themselves, they can't just make that decision because other factors are involved. So what I typically do will let the client know, hey, I need, and it sounds something like this. Hey, Mr. Smith, I don't mind if I have the availability. I'll let them know, hey, Mr. Smith, I don't mind coming a little bit later or a little bit earlier if I can, but I do need to let the hiring company know. And then sometimes they'll be like, well, that's okay. I'll just keep the time, you know. Or sometimes they're like, no, I really do need to change it. So based on what they say, sometimes it's just a matter of convenience, you know, because I let them know I don't get to make that choice. You don't really get to make that choice. Someone else is making that choice for us, right? So at the end of the day, we know the client ultimately does have the decision-making power because it's moving and shaking because of them. But again, there's so many other moving pieces. That's why I want you to be aware. Do not just change the signing time, okay? Same thing with location. You may have agreed to sign at this location, and now it's going to be further away, maybe 20 minutes further, and you want to ask for more money, right? So now you have to go back to the signing company, perhaps, and ask for more money if that doesn't work for you. So there's a lot of variables when it comes to appointment times, appointment dates, okay? So I want to get your questions, your answers. Oh, one more thing I told you I would tell you about TBD. Hey, Sharon, what's up? What's up? Welcome. I told you I would tell you about TBD too. TBD is to be determined. So typically those appointments, you can make it with you and the signer, okay? You can arrange those typically between you and the signer, okay? Normally it's for the same day. Sometimes you may have a couple day leeway, but normally it's the same day. So those you can, you know, schedule at your leisure. Again, you need to let the signing company know because they'll often say, hey, what's the agreed upon time? So even with that, you still have to let them know. And I always tell my full-time people, be on the lookout for TBDs. Be on the lookout for TBDs. To be determined. That means you get to schedule it. So if you're working, you get off at 4:30, you say, hey, I can go hit that signing at 6 o'clock. Go get it. Okay? Or it may be, I got a lunch break at 12, from 12 to 1. I might could go right up the street and get it done, right? Hit the like button. Okay. And subscribe if you're new to the channel. Yeah, so those are my tips for today as far as loan signing. What questions can I assist you all with? And while I wait for your questions, I will tell you about some exciting things going on here at Notary Educators. One of them is open mic night. Monday night, be there, be square. We are going to invite you up on the stage on Monday night. It's this Monday for sure, but it's going to be a regular feature because we loved it last week. We did that before. It's nothing new, but we just started back doing it. So we had open mic night. It's going to be officially called that. Notary Educators open mic night or open mic night with the Notary Educators, whatever you prefer, okay? But Monday night is going down. So you got one of two ways you can join us. I'll be putting the link live in the live that we're doing. So it's going to be on StreamYard. So come dressed to impress. Come with some clothes on because we need you to put your camera on. But if you want some insight into your business, if you want to just talk about the notary business, if you want to talk about, you know, why are signings so low? Why is the market oversaturated? Just conversation. Let's just talk about it. You know, a lot of times things are kind of hidden. Everybody kind of, you know, hiding under the rock or whatever. Everybody's frustrated, but no one has a place to feel safe to open up and talk about it. So we're going to have open mic night. So come on through, people. Yeah, I'm excited too. So we do have our first person that said they want. Lisa said she's excited. So we do have our first person that decided. And I think as it goes on, people will loosen up some. You can be kind of camera shy, but I want all of you to know content is the way to go today. I keep saying that now more than ever because I really want you guys to think about starting your notary business. But as you're starting your notary business, what else can you be doing? What else are you interested in, And content is the way to go. So I try to help you to break the ice over here. And we can talk, you're talking amongst friends, but there's a lot of things that we want to talk about in this notary space, So be there, be square. And the main thing with the open mic night is, like I said, you have to have some clothes on. We want your camera on. If you want to, you can send us your email and send us your information at notaryeducatorsllc@gmail.com. And then we can send you the link in advance. But you can just hop on. It's not a big deal. You can just hop on. And you don't have to pre-register or anything like that. We will not be bashing people. Okay, y'all know I don't do that. I don't care what other people do. If they go low, we go high. Because we got some people out there going kind of low these days. But whatever. I'm not fazed by it, nor should you be. But we're going to always do the right thing. We're mature people. So we're not going to be, name bashing anybody. Signing companies. We're not going to be dogging out other notaries. Nobody's training. We're not doing any of that. Now, if that's what they want to do, they can do that. But we've been here long enough where we don't have to play any games. We are who we are, and you know us. So it is what it is. So I'm looking forward to it, just to talk shop a little bit, loosen up, everything don't have to be so tight. Now, we're going to always bring it back to training. We're going to always bring it back to what you need to know to have an effective business, to know how to do your business. Because you don't got no business doing business if you don't know what you're doing. Okay. All right. So let's see what else we got here. Sharon asks, do you need your business license before you start? No. The short answer is no, you don't, Sharon. But I always recommend, eventually, I'm going to walk the straight and narrow, right? If I am if I'm going to be driving a car, I'm going to have a license for that. I conduct business out of my home. I have a license here. So you need to check with your state locality to make sure you don't need one before you start your business. But normally they don't really request too much of you until you're into the first full year, even 2 years, to kind of make sure, hey, it might just be a hobby right now. So you probably need to check out my Start Your Notary Business book. I got one here for Indiana, but I got one for all 50 states. And it actually takes you step by step how to start that business. And I talk about it in the book because a lot of people are stuck and they say, well, I got to get my LLC. I got to get my EIN. I got to get this. I got to get that. I got to get this. No, you need to get some training, know what you're doing first before you start stamping them papers. And then let's get started and then we can come back. Because in some states, the LLC is very expensive. Some states are very expensive. In my state, it's $100. And I just realized today, guys, I'm dropping gems. Check your state because a lot of you have chosen a business name. And then once you go through training or mentorship with us, you're like, whoa, I shouldn't have picked that name. I picked Build Brick by Brick Notary or something crazy, whatever. And you're like, that doesn't really exude what I want my business to be about. So now we got to change the name. So I found out today that I am able to change in my state my LLC to a new name, and I only have to pay $25. Yep, because I'm starting a new project. So yeah, with that, and it's coming soon, you'll hear about it. So with that one though, I was able to change the name, pay a $25 fee. I thought I was gonna have to pay a whole nother $100. So like in California though, at LLC I think is $800. Some states are $400, $300, $250. So LLCs are not cheap. So I always say just kind of pump the brakes on all that extra stuff. Get your training first. Then as you realize, hey, this is something that I want to do, I'm going to do it for the long haul. Then you can start investing all that money. I get a little pushback sometimes on people saying, well, Kimmi, the EIN number is free. Get you an EIN number if you want to. Don't pay nobody for that. I got a lot of free resources under free resources at Notary Educators. LLC.com. So check the free resources tab because you can get your EIN number there for free. It has LLC information there also for free. And there's a lot of downloadables that we've uploaded for you to get started. Okay. So check that out too at notaryeducatorsllc.com. And the main thing I'm going to recommend is get the book. Just do the ebook. It's a quick read. And that way you can really know what the business is about before you start trying to get into it. Okay. Lisa says, yeah, I was camera shy when I did my first live with the mentor spotship, but I really enjoyed it. Okay, Lisa, so if you want to come on Monday, you're more than welcome. It's not just for newbies. It's not for people in the mentorship program. It's for everyone. Just an open conversation, because notaries are nationwide. Every notary is not in the mentorship program. Now, we want you to be, but you're still our friend, so we can still talk shop, right? I love talking all things notary. So we'll just see how the conversation goes. Again, it won't be no negativity, because you will just be evicted from the screen. We're not doing that over here, okay? We're not bashing. We're not doing none of that. So just be warned, if you start talking crazy, you better keep it neutral, because you would just be evicted. I mean, that's it. That's it. It's not gonna be no warnings. It's not gonna be none of that. It's just gonna be, sorry, we had to let Joe go. Sorry, Joe wasn't able to stay with us, and you're gonna be gone. So for those of you who are just joining, we are having open mic night at Notary Educators on Monday nights. Join us at 7 p.m. Eastern. This week it'll be 7 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be pretty consistent. So occasionally we have a 6 o'clock, but this week it will be 7. So the information is already out. So join us, open mic night, whatever you want to talk about. If you want to talk about, is the market oversaturated? If you want to talk about, you can loosely allude to signing companies, some of your issues you're having or something like that, but we are not bashing. I just said that. Okay. Hey, Martha. We already said, hey, to Sugaroni. They just talking to each other. Nice. Exactly. How do you come up with your prices for your services? Sugaroni says. So I would say it's a whole process. Pricing is also a skill. Okay. Because if you don't know how to price your service, you also do not have a business. We were talking in mentorship the other day, and one notary said, well, I talked to another notary. They said I should only be charging ABC. First of all, like I told them in mentorship, at your 9-to-5 job, if you are comparing your if you're comparing your salary to someone else, that is grounds for termination. Do you all remember that? Anybody? Have you ever heard that before? You don't discuss your salaries. All that kind of stuff is private, right? So I also do not discuss publicly my prices necessarily. I just don't. Because what you charge, I may be telling you to charge $25 when you could really charge $50, or you could charge $75, depending on your area. So how I do my pricing is the question. I have screening questions. I'm like, how far do I have to travel? What type of document is it? How many people I have to sign? Am I going to a hospital? Am I going to a nursing home? So there is a pricing course. Okay. So it sounds like, Sugaroni, you may need to just get some overall business foundation. Get that foundation so you can know how to price your services, because it's a skill set. And I have a lot of videos here on the channel. Check them out. If you need more, you can join the mentorship, or you can get the pricing course. And there's even a pricing book. Okay. And even a book, I don't tell you $9.99 or you need to charge $50 or $25. You have to figure out your market. My market here outside of Atlanta is even different than Atlanta. Okay, they could charge more right in the heart of Atlanta, where I cannot charge that. So you got to look at all that. You got to look at where you're located. There's a book for Nevada. So you got to look at where you're located. You got to look at all of that. I think we talked the other day, Sharon, you being in Nevada, because we got a couple Nevada students. Sharon says, love it. Yep. All right. So that's what we do with our pricing. What other questions do we have? I see we got some new people in the room. Our mentorship program is $47 per month, all inclusive of all the courses. So it's not just one course. You get all 16, including loan signing agent, apostille, whatever word you want to call it, making money, doing international documents, getting the approval on them. What else? The proctoring is included. Now, that's not a whole separate course. It's just a part of a course. The specialty course. Estate/trust is also included. And then we meet weekly. And I wanted to let you know about July. If you come back and watch this later, it's no worries. You can still catch the replay. But for the whole month of July, we are deep diving into loan signings, guys. The whole process. 5 weeks of training, okay? Part of mentorship. You got to be part of mentorship. I've been thinking about a way so you don't have to be part of mentorship to join, like a la carte. But I really like you to be in mentorship, because some of it's going to be Greek. If you're just trying to pop in and hear something and you don't really know how to properly notarize, it's going to be over your head anyway. So we got to start with the foundation. So I'm not always trying to do things to make money. Yeah, would it be good? It'd probably be a good business move, but again, if you don't know the foundation, I can't help you. I can't help you. People like to try to learn over in Facebook and, can I drop a picture of this? Can I do? And I'm like, you know what? It says sign your name. If you don't know how to do that and you're not reading, I cannot help you. So some stuff you do need to learn, no doubt, but you got to invest in yourself. You have to. I know it sounds kind of cliche-ish, but either you're going to self-teach. I did a video about this last week. Either you're going to self-teach, you're going to let me teach you, or you're going to mess with these people's documents and try to learn on the job. On the job training. How many of you actually like on the job training? How many of you actually like on the job training? We really don't, right? You really you want on the job training, but you want somebody sitting there kind of helping you, and you cannot just get out there and just do it. Typically, most jobs, even if you came, for example, when I worked at the hospital, I did some scheduling for one department, and then I went to do some scheduling for another department. Even though it's the same title, same hospital, the role was different. I'm doing it over here in the cancer center, where before I was scheduling over in rehab, right? So the body parts are different. The codes are different. It's just different. So I had a little problem when I got over to the cancer clinic, because they were like, well, I thought you were a scheduler. I did too, till I came over here. I cracked myself up. You know what I'm saying? So they don't have no mercy. They don't. These jobs don't. So you think these signing companies, you dealing with $300,000 properties and people's mortgages and refinances and home equities and all that, and you just gonna go out there and wing it with their documents? Not. And that's why so many of the signing companies now, they send out 15 pages worth of instructions. I say that every day because I see it every day. And again, for me, it's frustrating, because I don't like all them instructions. I just don't. I know what I need to do. I go out there and get it done. When I'm seeing all them instructions, you're making me nervous. You're like, I got to make sure I don't miss this. Well, I don't miss that anyway. But now you sending out 15 pages because they're trying to teach people how to be a notary on the slide. So they send out all these instructions. Line 1, write this. Line 2, write this. Line 3, write this. And I'm sitting here like, what? But then I have to remember, girl, they don't know what they're doing. They are trying to fake it till they make it. And then the signing company have to pay 4 people. I usually say 3, because it's true. They usually pay 3. By the third notary, they get it right. By the third one, they usually get it right. So we got a little spammer here. We got to get him out the group. Go bye-bye, honey. So, yeah, so by the third notary, it's usually right. First notary, messed up. Second one, jacked up. Third one, okay. So you still got, so they start out low, $30. We're going to pay the next one $50. Okay, maybe they'll get it right. And then you got to finally come on home and let me go do it for you. And you're going to be $75, $100, $125, whatever. Because I ain't going out there for $20. You tried that, it didn't work for you. So I always say signing companies are in the business of making money, guys. They're in the business of making money. So if they can pay someone cheaper to go and pray they get it right for $20, I guess it's worth it to them. I don't know. I guess it's worth it. I personally wouldn't want to risk it with my documents, but I guess it is. What other questions do you have for me today? What else do we have? Yeah, we got a little spammer trying to get up in here. You are not welcome to the party. You are not welcome to the party. Get your own channel, and that's what you can go do. People want to be scammers, y'all, and be haters and stuff. Don't ask me no questions. Are you married? What? I don't know you. Bye. I don't even like, and be careful, guys. I got one the other day. This is just a random gem. I got a text the other day. It says, hey, did you forget to, how did it go? It was something like, hey, I saw that you were trying to text me. Something like that. Like they knew me, right? And I was like, I don't answer things where I don't know your name. Sometimes people will shoot me a text. Hey, Kimmi, such and such and such and such. I'm like, nope. You better introduce yourself. Who are you? And that goes back to even basic customer service. Basic customer service. Who are you? What do you want? When I call my clients, I'm like, hello, make your presence known, because they want to talk to you. Most of the time, they won't even answer the phone. Okay. Let's just start there. But I'm like, hey, this is Kimmy. Actually, I go by Kimberly. Hey, this is Kimberly. I'll be your notary for such and such a signing on such and such a date. Make it really clear, because they will be hanging up on you. So always give your clients a greeting with a smile on your face. They can tell if you're smiling or not. Sugar Ronnie said, right. Yeah, so they can tell if you call us, even when you answer your general notary calls, have a smile. Hey, thank you for calling the Better Notary. That starts the whole tone for the conversation, guys, in case you didn't know. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Hit the like button for me. Yeah, that starts the whole conversation. If you answer your phone, hey, what's up? Professional. Always. And some people are of the mindset, you should have a booking link and just let people book on your website and all of that. And I'm not anti-booking link at all, but I like to talk to my clients because I want to see what their need is. And a lot of times you can't tell. Have you ever text someb... a message and you're like ... and then they have to you go back and forth, and finally it's like, you know what? Let me just call that person. Let me just call them and get this over with, because it didn't make sense. Make it make sense, right? So for me and my business, I pick up the phone. If I'm not able to, I have pre-typed messages. I just send one off. Hey, I can't talk to you right now, or I have another client. Basically, I say I have another client. Please text me, because it's usually easier to text really quick and tell your other client, hey, I'll be right with you. And some people are like, well, you shouldn't have your phone at the table. No, I have to have my phone at the table, because that's how I run my business. That's how we eat. So the phone gonna be at the table. Now, how we handle that is gonna be different. I usually try to put it on vibrate if I have to get something. And they know, I'll tell them like jokingly, hey, I'm just a one-woman show. Something like that. So they'll know, hey, I'm not just being rude, but I'm not picking up the phone and just saying, hey, Pookie, I was at a religious thing recently. And the person, she was an older lady. It was so cute. She picked up the phone right in the middle of the service. Right in the middle. And it was funny because I thought she was just going to pick it up and say, hey, I'm at such and such. I can't talk right now. Oh, no, she picked it up and had a full conversation. Hey, girl, such and such and such and such. And I'm dying laughing over there. I'm sitting across, right? And I was trying not to laugh, but it was so funny. And I was like, is she for real? And that moment in Tyler Perry movie when she's like, am I being punked? Because everybody started looking back because she was having a full-blown conversation. And like I said, I thought she was going to excuse herself, but she was older, so she couldn't like run up the aisle and get out of there, It was just one of those things. So it was just kind of funny. But all that being said, at your signings, be professional. If you got to take a phone call, they understand that. But don't be talking about, yeah, I'm going to meet you at the club, or I'm going to do such and such. No, we're not doing that. We're going to, like I said, always keep it professional, because you never know who's watching you. You want to be referred back. Most of my clients nowadays are referrals, or I've gotten my foot in a door. Like I was saying yesterday, I went to the hospital job yesterday and they kept my card. They referred me out again. So, it's always good to do your best. And I listened to this guy, and he's not the first one to say it, but I just always remember it's his opening. And he always say, how you do anything is how you do everything. So I believe that too. Just walk in excellence, do the right thing, treat people right, and your business will grow. A lot of times we're so busy trying to, market with business cards and this and that, and Google. And Google is your number one friend. I'm going to tell you that right now. Hey, people, I see we got a lot of people joining us. Feel free to ask your questions. And don't forget, we're going to have the chat. We'll be on StreamYard. Only requirements is you have to be dressed. Okay? We ain't talking crazy. That's it. So join us on Monday. Join us in the month of July for mentorship. It's going to be off the hook because every session is about loan signing. If you want to be a loan signing expert, join the program, okay? Because it's going down in the month of July. Every session, we got 5 sessions next month, okay? All things notary, NotaryEducatorsLLC.com, okay? So don't ask me, Kimmy, when is the class? Where's the class? What time? Everything is online. NotaryEducatorsLLC.com, okay? And I will be answering the YouTube chat very soon. I've just been a little busy here. So we got people that just entered. What questions do you have about the notary space? About the open mic Monday? Again, you don't have to be a member of Notary Educators. It's open to any notary. I guess you don't even have to be a notary. But there will be no crazy. I can tell you that right now. It ain't gonna be no crazy, okay? Sharon says, so once you're ready to start your notary business, what steps should you take first? Sharon, I told you need the book, honey. You need the book. As far as accounting, paperwork, you're not ready for none of that. You're not. Sharon, are you in a mentorship program? I don't think so yet. I think we just talked the other day. But, I mean, short version is you're going to get your commission. You need some training before you go out there and start stamping. Your state handbook is not going to be enough. I got several people from Nevada in the group. So, it's just not, I think, did you tell me you were a work notary? That your job trains you or something? Because that happened the other day. I just don't remember who it was. And sometimes, and 99% of work notaries still don't know what they're doing. Because it's different for someone. There's a difference between someone just shoving papers in front of you and you just notarizing, and then you knowing why you're notarizing and how to properly notarize. And that's what's the difference between a notary pro, notarizing like a pro, notarizing like a pro. You heard it here first. That's the difference between notarizing like a pro and then just kind of winging it. I think I know. Maybe I know. Perhaps I know. Do I know? No, you don't. So you probably want to start there. But just a couple of things. Again, you're going to get that commission, get some training, get your supplies. I mean, it's really not that complicated. That's the name of the book. That's the name of everything we do here. It's not that complicated. You just got to know what to do. So you just need some order. As far as accounting, I use Notary Gadget. You can use Excel spreadsheet. But I like Notary Gadget because it's just simple. There is an actual notary supply list. And Notary Gadget is on there. It's free, so you can download that. Sharon, there's a lot of free resources for you. It's a step-by-step guide at Notary Educators. So invest a little time. I know you were here the other day. Have you downloaded anything? So just take some time. It's not going to just happen overnight. I can't just tell you, go do this and you're going to be successful. You have to build your business. And we have a Build Your Business course. Okay? You got to. This thing takes time. You got to know how to take payments. Do you have a receipt book? I mean, it's just a lot. It's a lot, but it's not. Okay? So that's why I always tell people, you can do it the way. You can take my 6 years that I've been doing it as a business, right? I've been a notary and business owner in different capacities for years, right? Plenty of expertise in everything, like for real. But you could take everything I have and get it in a couple months or a month or less, whatever. I don't know what your time frame looks like. Or you could take yourself 6 years and learn it. Okay? The mistakes that we've made, the things that have made us profitable, the things that have cost us money. Okay? So that's how I always explain training, because I know a lot of people are anti-training these days. You don't need training. Get your handbook. Get your handbook. If it was that easy, everybody would be doing it. Okay? So hopefully that helps you. Let's see. As far as the paperwork, okay, I don't know what you mean on the paperwork. I don't know what you mean about the paperwork. I'm waiting on my commission, doing some training with my business administrative assistant class. Okay. All right. Yes, and I'm going to work on taking your classes as well. Yeah, just get focused, Sharon. I mean, I know you're interested. I can tell that, but I just know that you need some structure. And it's kind of hard just to do here in a YouTube video. I mean, and we're talking about a lifelong business, right? We're talking about making a career. I don't know if it's going to be a career for you or not. I don't know. But even if you want to do it successfully part-time, you have to have a good foundation. You do want to do it as a career. Okay. Yeah. So, and I heard somebody recently say, well, you shouldn't focus on so many different things. Wrong answer. Wrong answer. Now, I'm not ever telling anyone you need to learn everything that I do or all the different services that are available to do within a week, because that's just not a reality. It's just not. You are not going to learn proctoring. You are not going to learn apostille, all of it, ink fingerprinting, estate/trust, how to properly notarize in a week. Okay? People try it. People try to join the program and they watch all the courses in 2 days and then they get a signing and it's like, now what do I do? That's not how you do the program. That's not how you do the program. You have to eat it like a slow cooked meal, like a nice Sunday cooked meal, and embrace it, absorb it, think about it, process it, meditate it on it. You know, you cannot just watch everything and then think you're ready. That's just not how it works. That's just not. So we want you to be pros at anything you do, and that takes time. It does. It just takes time. I don't mind answering your questions here, but these are, these are things that I just know we got the answer for you. Check, 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 check. Even in the book, 90% of your questions are going to be answered. Now, the book doesn't cover training. And again, this is for Indiana, but there's one for every state. For example, general notary work. How much can I charge? Do you have to have a journal? It covers just about everything. And again, you can watch the YouTube videos too, because I give you so much in the videos, honestly. So you can take your time and just kind of, I got 1,000 videos on this channel. Between watching or listening, you got everything you need, But again, if you want to put it all in a nice bundle, get the support, the live support 7 days a week, then mentorship is going to be the way to go. I don't want it to happen. I want to learn the proper way. Yeah, and I agree. I really do. Wholeheartedly. I always tell people, you don't want to wing it. You don't want to get out there and be the notary, a one-hit wonder where you get a job and then you figure, oh, I got this. And you might even do one well. Yeah, you might. NotaryEducatorsLLC.com. Everything is at the website. And you'll just click the book collection, okay? Everything I ever talk about is at NotaryEducatorsLLC.com. Welcome everybody. I see we got a lot of new people. It's like a whole wave of people come in, a wave of people go. So if you got some questions, we're talking about now we're doing general talk, but my initial conversation was about some loan signing tips and our open mic night, which is coming up on Monday. So put your clothes on and come on, join us on camera. Oh, you're welcome, Sharon. You're welcome. And I wasn't trying to beat you up, honey, but I just know that it seems like you really want to do this. And those are the people that kind of break my heart sometimes, that you really want to do it, but you're scared. Maybe you've already spent money somewhere else and it's like, one more thing, I'm not sure. Is this person legit? Are they going to really give me what I need? Yeah, well, we're going to check all the boxes. We're going to check all the boxes. People are here every day praising our, singing our praises or whatever. And I just know we do the right thing. That's what I just told you earlier. So I'm not going to tell you to do the right thing and then I don't do the right thing. I don't get to show up here every day and I mistreat people or they're not getting what they signed up for. You know what I mean? Now, I know there are people that have people signing up for stuff, and I'm not crazy. I watch the internet like you guys too. They got people calling out people and you're not legit and all that kind of stuff. We don't play games. I'm too old to play games. All right, let's see what this says. Does Queen 7, I like how you spell Queen. Hello, does all affidavits and a loan signing need to be notarized? That's going to be document specific. So we always teach you follow the document. The document will tell you what it needs. So I'm not going to tell you every single document. It just depends. But 99% of something with the affidavit needs to be notarized. But I would have to see the document. Let's make sure. But you're going to be looking for your notarial wording. Okay? So you don't just know, because we had this in mentorship the other day. The question came up about seals. Okay, not here to play games at all. No, Lisa, we ain't playing no games. Lisa, no, we don't play games, guys. We don't. No, matter of fact, I'm a different person over in mentorship and sometimes in trainings and even here on YouTube. Hey, guys, I see we got some more people. Yeah, I'm more stricter over there because I really want you to win. So, we have fun and I'm like, hee and all that, but I'm not playing about those documents. I don't. I do not. I have a running joke. I'm not playing with my blood pressure over there with the group, but it's just because I want you to win. And I already know if you submit work that's not correct, you are going to have a problem. You are going to have a problem. They're going to be emailing you, right? You're going to be crying. You're going to be anxious. You're going to be all those things anyway with your first couple of jobs out. But it's a whole lot less stressful if you actually work the program that we've designed and take you step by step, like for real. It is. It's a whole different experience than you just trying to wing it, figure it out, and Pray I get another assignment. Not to mention we have the live chat, which Lisa helps us with also. You got 4 people in that chat. Not to mention we have such an amazing group. They all helping each other anyway. 7 days a week. So if you're asking this kind of question, Queen, this is not the way to try to learn how to be a notary loan signing agent, okay? You might have just joined us, but the whole month of July, we are doing loan signing agent training, like for real, deep dive. 5 weeks. 5 weeks. Every week a different topic. You can find the topics at notaryeducatorsllc.com. Okay? 5 weeks of training. All notary loan signing agent, notary signing agent, whatever you want to put in there, executive signing agent, all these fancy titles, whatever you want to put in there, it's going down in July. So you have plenty of time to sign up for the mentorship program, okay? Yes, and we're going to do a deep dive. So my recommendation would be for those of you who are sincerely ready to do the loan signing piece of this business, join mentorship, watch the course, and join us every week live because it is going down. And this is going down because we got a whole training. We've been doing this for years, but we saw a few mistakes that it's like, that's not going to fly. That's not going to fly. That's not going to fly. I've had an emergency meeting with the mentees. I forgot to record it. Eek. I don't know how. I meant to hit record on that one, but I did not hit record. But anyway, we're going to do a deep dive into each one next month because we have to. And again, what you see over in mentorship, I'm like, I don't play about the documents. I take documents very seriously. And I even tell my clients, we like hee and chatting it up. I'm chatty catty, right? And we're talking and da-da-da. And I'm like, Mr. Smith, I always say Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith, I need just a few seconds here to double check the work. We will have silence. I almost say that because I need to make sure these documents are right. So I don't play about my documents. My closet right now is a hot mess. Okay. My floor, I'm like, in my bedroom. But everything else, we're not playing about the documents. We cannot. Because that's how we eat. You do good work, they're going to call you back. You do bad work, you got to pray they're going to call you back. You got to pray they're going to call you back. You want to be the preferred notary. Okay? And not even just in loan signing, guys. I'm talking about general notary work, too. I stamped the document yesterday. Lisa, did you notice how... Oh, Lisa was there. Lisa, remember I had to stamp that document twice? I did not like that. We didn't get to talk about that. I don't know if you're still even here, Lisa, but Lisa was my witness yesterday. And I actually, my stamp, and I'm going to do a whole thing about this. Maybe to my live tomorrow, I'll talk about this. But that stamp needed to be right, y'all. My stamp was not clear. I didn't like it. It was not clear enough. It was kind of faint. And that's something I teach in class too. But I didn't have enough thickness under... Yeah, Lisa said she sure did. Yeah, I didn't like that though. It was too faint for me, and it probably I could have got away with it. I don't know, but I didn't like it, so I actually restamped it. And yeah, I hate it. Happens. It happens. So that is one of the things we talk about in training. You know, it is what it is. I still charge him the same amount because I almost gave him a discount. And I was like, no, I'm not giving him a discount. I'm not. Because I didn't want to go do that job anyway. It was at a hospital. It was hot. But they were so nice. I got a chance to see Lisa. So it all worked out. But let me show y'all my journals right quick for those of you who may be new. This, of course, you know I love this one, right? But I decided to use the one with the heart on it. I mean, not the heart, the flower. I decided to use that. This is hardback. And I love this. So they do come in paperback. There is a black. So this is blue, the car. We got the leopard print. The number one is the purple. People love the purple. So there's orange. Oh, the orange is another favorite. Surprisingly, I was like, whoa. So there are 15 different journals to choose from. 15. So you take your pick. There's only 3 of them. NotaryEducatorsLLC.com. You can take your pick of whatever journal you want. And the journal is designed with everything you need on the inside. Place the number of stamps, what signing company called you, how to separate your travel fee out. So yeah, Lisa's right though. When that stamp don't go right, we're gonna talk about that tomorrow. I'll put that on my list. Maybe I can talk about that tomorrow. Because I think I need to put some ink in it. But it's several reasons why your stamp don't come out right. And again, it just happens. All right. Any more questions before I head out? Let me know. What's up? What's up? Anything else? Open mic night, mentorship, journals, start your notary business book, free resources, everything notaryeducatorsllc.com. Play around with the website. It's all kind of information out there. And we want you to win. It's nothing else to say. That's a mic drop. Boom. We want you to win. What you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. Some people do 1 or 2 signings a month. Some do 1 or 2 a week. Some do some every day. We got a lot of people in our group doing field inspections. They are killing the field inspection game. I feel so blessed and honored that I was able to bring that to them. There's a field inspection course that came about actually compliments of Lisa. I had a little piece of field inspection in my specialty course, which is still there. But after we had, she went on about what happened with her field inspection. I said, you know what? I think I need to talk a little bit more about that. So it's an actual course. So if you want to get the single course, it's 60% off. Coupon code is WIN2025. The ink fingerprinting course. So whatever you need. All right. Anything else? If not, I'll get ready to get out of here and let you get back to your day. And we'll see you over at mentorship or on the live or somewhere. Maybe even tomorrow. Anything else? All righty. Going once. Going twice. All right, guys. Well, on behalf of Notary Educators, Lisa and everyone else, I do appreciate you all hanging out with me. And I will see you guys soon. All right. Have a great day and stay cool. My goodness, it is hot. All right. Bye, guys.
Thanks for tuning in to the Notary Educators with Kimmi podcast. We hope you found today's episode helpful and inspiring as you build your notary business. Don't forget to explore our all-inclusive $47 monthly training notary library for more resources to expand your skills and services. Stay connected with us on YouTube at Notary Educators with Kimmi for even more tips, tricks, and industry insights. Be sure to subscribe and share this podcast with others who want to succeed in the notary field. Until next time, keep growing and learning, and take your notary business to the next level. See you soon! Don't forget, for all things notary related, visit notaryeducatorsllc.com.